Welcome to Creative Corner today with Alison. Today we're going to make Play-Doh. So for your Play-Doh you are going to need a tablespoon, a teaspoon, some dye. I've got red food dye or I've got a choice of orange food gel, vegetable oil, ordinary table salt, plain flour, a small pot for the liquids, a larger pot for the dry ingredients, and then I've gone for a pair of gloves because I know this is going to be messy, but if you're doing it with children I don't think you'll need the gloves. So to start, you can see I've put flour on the table because we are going to need that to roll out our Play-Doh when it's done. So this should be easy in round numbers for you to remember. We need 8 spoonfuls of plain flour. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good counting activity for children. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's our dry ingredients in a pot. You need 2 spoonfuls of salt. 1, 2. Now we're going to mix those all together. So there we go, dry ingredients done. So we're going to go for our wet ingredients next. So you need 1 spoonful of oil. There we go. Now I'm assuming most of you have probably got liquid food dye at home, so we have to take that into account. I'm going to go for 1 spoonful of red food dye. Okay, put that lid back on because I don't want that to fall all over the floor. This is where grown-ups come in. We're going to need a bit of warm water now. The warmer the hotter the better. Now this has come from our canteen and we're going to go for 3 spoonfuls to start with. 1, 2, 3. Now I would try and mix it in here so that you can see, but I have got a bigger bowl for this. So we're going to go dry ingredients first, and then we're going to mix in our wet ingredients. Oh, look at that lovely colour. Here we go, move that out of the way. I'll give it a stir to start with. Now don't worry if it is dry, because knowing small people, the measurements are never going to be quite accurate. Okay, so it looks like we're going to need a bit more liquid in here. So I'm going to do it measured because we don't want to go over the top. We don't want to end up with something sticky. I'm going to go with 2 more spoonfuls in there. And when I think it's starting to come together, I'm going to stick my hands in there and try and bring it together. Now, if your dough ends up slightly dry looking, then you may find you want to add a little bit more oil in to give it a bit more pliability. Oh, this is lovely and warm from where we've used the hot water. Really, the warmer the water, the better. Okay, I'm going to try another couple of spoonfuls in here. Always best, like with icing sugar, to do this a couple of spoonfuls at a time, because once it goes sticky, it can be retrieved by adding more flour, so that's why I've got all the ingredients still on the table. There we go. Get that out. There's a little bit left in the bowl. I'm going to move that out of the way. Now I'm going to start kneading it. So this is the important bit. This is helping all the ingredients and the colours come together. Now I'm squidging this and I'm feeling it's possibly a little bit tough. If you're feeling it's a little bit tough, you just get your oil. You can use your teaspoon because you're only going in small measures if you think there might be an issue. There we go. A little spoonful in there. Fold the dough back round it. Oh, because your children are going to absolutely love this activity. There we go. Now colour wise, it's come out a bit more of a pink. Could be more to do with the dye than the amount that you've put in there. You might find you want to add a little bit extra colour to it. If you do, you might find it goes squishy. If it goes squishy, then you just add a little bit more water. If it starts to go too dry, add a bit more oil. There we go. And then what you should find, you end up with something that's easy for the children to play with, easily mouldable. And I'm going to add a little bit more oil because I like my Play-Doh to be super soft. And if you're like my little one, they'll find this is just like potions. And if you mention that you're doing potions, then they will love you forever. Just be careful about the mess. Oh, there we go, that's better. Can you see? That's coming together and the dry cracks in it are starting to go. There we go. So I'm going to roll that up into a lovely little ball. Let's move all this flour out of the way because we don't want that sticking onto it because that's going to make it go dry again. And there we go, we've got ourselves a ball of Play-Doh. Now this should last you if you put it into maybe a Ziploc bag or a sealed container, and you can bring it out for the children to play with. You've also got the option there of doing different colours, and that's what you're aiming for, a lovely glossy mouldable ball that'll be there for the children to play with, and it's all using things you hopefully got in your cupboards. So here you go family, enjoy! Thank you for joining us at Rushden Library. I hope you have as much fun as I have making Play-Doh. See you next time.